there's another team that went through a lot of change, not necessarily their personnel on the field, but off the field. Ohio State, quite famously, obviously, defending national champions, but they had to replace their offensive coordinator and their defensive coordinator. The reason I wanted to end our week one review with on this topic was a comment that Steve Sarkisian made about Matt Patricia and how well Matt Patricia was able to kind of disguise the defense in order to confuse an offensive guru like Steve Sarkisian. So, Aaron, I wanted to come to you. You're the football guru here. I wanted to ask you, what is Matt Patricia doing so well conceptually that he's able to have so much success already? I have a couple plays. We'll look at those plays in a bit, but just wanted to hear your initial thoughts. What is Matt Patricia doing so well already?
Sure. So initially, one thing that I saw last week, he brought a lot of those defensive schemes and games from the NFL and his experience there down to the college level. You saw a lot of bluffed blitzes, a lot of bluff coverages, and it really, really made a tough time for Arch Manning to kind of read what was going on, before playing beforehand. And so
Yep.
he didn't have much time to react and really understand what the defense was doing to really get after him. Let's pull up that first play. Okay. Yep. So I can
Yep.
see. So right here, it's 4th and goal. This is like, one of my favorite plays. It's coming. Man on man, big man on big man, and Matt Patricia, his defensive line is big and ready to plug the hole. If you run the play here, you can see that Texas is trying to run a quarterback sneak, and they just get stuffed. They get stood up by their defensive linemen on Ohio State. You have Caden Curry and Lorenzo Styles. It was massive, and it was momentum shifting. They not only denied Texas a touchdown, but they sent a clear message about Ohio State's defense. They're built for the red zone, right? This is a powerful and physical play that's easy for a fan to visualize, and get excited about.
Gotcha. So they're just bigger. I mean, we heard Texas got the size, but Ohio State's got more size, I guess, right?
Yeah, and then another thing that was confusing for me was they ran 2 4th and red zone plays where they didn't convert. Could have been critical game changers. But they only lost by one possession, so one can only think what would have happened if they would have kicked field goals in these opportunities.
Right. All right, so let's move on to the second play. Obviously, this one was eye-opening. It happened in the second half, third quarter. Arch Manning, obviously, he throws a pick. Before I start the play, what do you see here? What is Texas showing? What is the defense showing on Ohio State side? And then how does the play adapt before the play gets started?
Sure. So yeah, Texas is in a pistol formation, and then again, you see Matt Patricia. He's got about 5 or 6 guys close to the line of scrimmage, just playing cat and mouse. You can't really tell if they're blitzing, if they're lining up, getting ready to guard a man, if they're going to drop back in zone. And so, I mean, in terms of calling an audible, I mean, there's not much to audible or to read right now because there's no telling what the guys are going to do for you, right?
Yeah. So I see the tight end. He's in motion. He's going to the top of the screen. What is the defense doing to react there?
Sure. So they may be shifting 1 or 2 guys over. Not much is happening for Arch to tell if they're in man or in zone, really, right? So again, that's just good disguising. Nobody's following him verbatim across the field. And if you run the play, Texas runs a play action, right? Everybody stays disciplined. That's one thing that I really, really liked about Matt Patricia's defense. They stay disciplined, stay with their man. Arch tries to force a throw into the field of play, and it's just easy pickings for the Ohio State defensive back.